Welcome back to part two of my chat with Alison Reynolds, this side hustle queen. If you haven't listened to part one yet, please hit that pause button and go check out episode 175 first. I talk about how starting a side hustle literally changed the trajectory of my life and helped me find my purpose. Allison walks us through her journey and she shares how to push past your fears, those self limiting beliefs, the importance of building trust and being authentic, and how to find the side hustle that is just the right fit for you. And most importantly, how to fit it into your already busy schedule because we know you're all busy as working moms. And to help you find the time in your schedule, I'm sharing my Tech Timeout Guide freebie for moms. It's filled with tips and tricks to set those boundaries with your cell phone because you know that is where you are wasting so much of your time. It will literally help you get hours back in your week. So go grab your copy and get to hustling. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Carrie, a wife, mom of three, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. In case you missed it yesterday, this week we're chatting with my friend Alison Reynolds. Allison is a special needs mama married to her best friend of 20 years. As a powerhouse entrepreneur, Allison has built not one, but two thriving six-figure businesses, one in the digital marketing space and another as a top earner in the multi-level marketing space. Driven by passion for helping others step into their potential, Allison is on a mission to empower everyday people to achieve extraordinary things. Through her coaching, mentorship, and transparent storytelling, she's not just building businesses, she's transforming lives. Whether she's creating marketing strategies, cheering on her team, or just being present with her family, Allison embodies resilience, resourcefulness, and the belief that with the right mindset, anything is possible. So we're jumping right back into where we left off yesterday. I know you mentioned like a couple of different side hustles. What would you think is kind of the easiest one for a mom that doesn't have a lot of time, that wants to kind of dip her toes in a little bit?
So honestly, I am in one right now. So I left a six-figure business. It's like to talk about doing things in fear, like truly, like, because you have no idea if it's going to work out. But when I was with Optavia, I loved it, loved it, loved it. But things changed. And that's when I went into digital marketing also. And then I just needed signs. I believe in signs, right? I feel like things happen for a reason. I know that's like so many people can't handle that saying, but it's so true. Like everything that's happened to me has been signs in my life. When I look back on it, I'm like, oh, that's why that happened to me. But anyway, so I am with a new company. Again, it's still health and wellness because that's what speaks to my heart. Because for me, being able to change people's lives in the health and wellness space and make money, I mean, that's like winning, winning, winning. And what I loved about this, so again, remember when I said I was like so done with building teams, like I was so burnt out. And that's why I got into digital marketing because you make 100%. You don't have to build the teams. So I swore up and down, left and right, I would never in my life, ever, ever, ever get back into like direct marketing, multi-level marketing. Well, guess what? Here I am 6 months later, and it has been the ultimate best decision. This will be my home for the rest of my life. And I say that because it's Make Wellness. And the reason I said this is because two things. Number one, I don't know if you know about peptides, but if you're on like Ozempic or, any of the shows, those are peptides, but those are not natural bioactive peptides. And I have always been, obviously I try it all. My daughter goes to the doctors all the time, but if I can go the natural route, I try that. So when I found out about natural bioactive peptides, I'm like, I just think I found the gold mine because so many people are truly looking for a natural supplement, like on fire, that can change them. And like the six ones. So we have something called focused, and we have something called energized, and we have lean, and we have hydrated, and we have fit, and we have calm. I'm like, who does not want all of those? Like, sign me up, baby, right? Like, energized and focused for a mom. Like, are you listen, guys, are you a mom that at like 2:30 you are crashing so freaking hard, right? You're like, oh my God, I need another cup of coffee. And it's that evil cycle. Are you drinking those monster drinks? I don't know. But for me, that was me. And so when I tried that energized and that focused, I was like, just think of that like Energizer bunny, like with the batteries that just keep on
Yep.
going and going. So, and then the lean and the fit. So this is like a natural Ozempic, right? So you're losing 65% of visceral fat around your belly. Okay. So when I knew these products were going to sell themselves, so that was just like one part, right? Like I'm like, oh, and they're affordable. When I found out that, I'm like, yeah, but it's gonna be like 5, 6, 700 a month. They're like, yeah, everything's like under 200. I'm like, okay, so I found something that's gonna really work because there was 10 years of clinical studies and data on this. So this was not like Allison being like, these are amazing. I'm like, no, we have science calls every single week with scientists and doctors. I mean, I really got into this before I even started to share about it because again, I left a 6-figure business on the table. I left that in August. This was a startup. I wasn't even getting paid until November 1st. So like I went through months with no income. That's how much I believed in this company. And by the way, we just sold what? I think we're at like 13 million in 34 days. So the
Wow.
products sell themselves. But the real reason is because of the affiliate program, which I would have never learned about if I didn't do digital marketing. But they have their compensation plan is like literally for like 2050 instead of 2025. Like they thought of the future. They got rid of all the ick that went with multi-level marketing because so many people in multi-level marketing, they didn't make it because the compensation plan was so hard for like a typical person to actually do really, really well. And that's what they changed up with this. They changed up where you can literally just get customers and you can make up 40% just on customers. If you want to build a team, listen, I didn't even mean to build a team. I just started sharing about this and people are like, wait, I want to become an affiliate. And this is why you can become an affiliate for free. Did you hear me? A goose egg. So if someone's starting, they can become an affiliate for free. They can learn. And remember how I talked about systems? How I was like, I don't want to be attached to my phone anymore. Well, this has the systems. Like when someone starts, we give them something called the launch process. It's literally just like digital marketing, step by step by step. What to do day one? What do you do day two? What if someone says this to you? Oh, this is what you say back. I mean, it's literally like spoon feeding, especially if someone's never, ever, ever done an online business before. Like you cannot go wrong. So you get through this whole launch system. Then you get this like 30-day boot camp. You move at your own pace. It has been such a breath of fresh air because there's no drama. It takes the personality out of it. There's so many people just like me being like, I will never do this again. And guess what? They're doing it. People that have never made 500 to 1,000 in like a long time at other companies. And they're already way past that. And we're only 2 months in, right? So it's like when I find something that I know is going to work, believe me, I scream it through the rooftops because I just can see things. Like I just knew this was going to work. I'm helping, like literally, there's like thousands of people on my team already. And it's so weird to call it a team. Like this is so crazy that all this is happening. So yes, if you are into feeling good, sleeping good, wanting to lose weight, you need to look into Make Wellness. But seriously, I know I sound a little overly ecstatic, but I really am because like now, like all of my clients, friends, I hate calling clients, whatever they are. I call them my friends. But just watching them, be like, oh my God, I slept through the whole entire night. Or, a lot of us are going through menopause. It's so much fun. And we wake up in like piles of, pools of water. And they're like, whoa, I took the calm at night. Not only did I sleep, but I slept and I like didn't sleep in a pool of water. I'm like, bonus. Or, again, we can't lose the belly fat, right? It's just so hard. I don't know what happens at age 40, but all of a sudden what we were doing was not working. And a lot of my friends are like, I don't want to go work out. I'm like, who wants to work out? I get
Right.
it. So like just taking 2 supplements and a drink and they're like, holy, like what is happening? My interests are flying off. So like I knew the supplements were going to work. And then the money has just been like literally outrageously insane, amazing, dreamlike. Like it's been fun. Really, really fun. So yeah. Do you think
Wow.
I'm excited about it?
I know. I've been watching your journey. And I'm like, what is she into now? It looks so
Ah,
great. Like, tell me more. I mean, the
it's
letter writing,
just
I've been watching the letter writing piece and I'm like, Wait, my kids can do letter writing
Over
too?
18, over 18
Over
years old.
18. We got 2
Mhm.
years. I'm like, once you're in college, maybe that's how you're paying for
Oh
your
my God, it's like it's
kids.
the smartest thing to do, write 5 letters a day, like it adds up. It's crazy. Yeah.
So moms with teenagers.
Yeah, 18 or above, write letters. They can pay for their own college. Maybe a lot of letters. But
So
yeah.
funny. I know you're very excited about this one, but for side hustles that moms are just not too excited about, like, how do you stay consistent? How do you find the motivation to keep going?
So yeah, I think when you get your first paycheck and you know it's real, you're like, wait, what? I just stayed in my pajamas for 5 days. I didn't even have a bra on and I just made money, right? Or it's when you first help someone, right? So like if with the letter writing, I mean, that's just really fun. You're like, oh my God, I just wrote letters and I just made $500. Like that, I think just keeps people going, right? But when you're helping other people, like for me, when their stories start to come in, that just drives me to keep on sharing because every time I share, I'm helping someone else. You know what I mean? And even with the digital marketing, again, like I had a lot of people that started digital marketing that already had their own business when it was like realtors or they own their nail salon, but they just didn't know how to market. So they bought the class really just to teach them, how to, yeah, boost their own business. So this is the hard part though, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people in the online business don't make it for 2 reasons. They don't have a boss telling them what to do, right? And it's up to them to show up. So I'm telling you, the people that stay consistent and show up, like there's no way you can fail with this because you're learning and you're learning how to pivot. But that is honestly the hardest part. And for me, like people that start with me, I'll try to help them stay accountable, right? That's why you want to find the people to really work with. So like if someone says, "Hey, my goal is 10,000 in the month," but then I see they're not doing anything, I'm like, "Hey, you said 10,000 was your goal. Like, would you like me to help push you or nudge you?" Like, but again, that is hard. And that is why this is why your why is why I brought up Bricky at the beginning. Your why has to be so much bigger than you. So when you have the days where you're exhausted and you don't want to do anything, and guess what? With this business, you can have those days, but typically you should show up, right? But truly, truly, Bricky is my life, my soul, my everything. She's really expensive. So, and I can't work out of the house. So again, 11 years in this business, it's the people that show up. And that's why I have everybody write down their why when they first start with me. And it's going to change. That's going to change over and over again. But when you have it written down, when you literally take pen to paper and write it down, it just becomes real. And then you put it in your office so you look at it every day. So when your days get hard, you look at that and be like, no, I'm not seeing my future self right now by just, doing Netflix for 10 hours instead of making 2 posts, right? So you have to dig deep, but I'm telling you, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And what's the beauty of this? This all starts at side hustles for people, right? That's all it is. It's like to make maybe that extra 500 a month. That's gigantic for a lot of people. A lot of people, just 500 a month is huge, right? Never in people's lives did they think that they were going to start this with 500 a month and then 5,000 a month and then 10. I mean, it's just kind of wild. It just is wild, wild, wild. And then when you start making that kind of money, like there's no stopping, right? The more money you make, it just means the more people you're helping. Like that's what it comes down to, truly. And I'm looking at something right now on my wall. My husband made it. So the first one is stop, challenge, and choose, right? I talk about that all the time. And a dream written down without a date becomes a goal, broken down into steps, becomes a plan, backed by actions, become a reality. So I like stare at those 2 things. And then my mom hates me for doing this because she's like, you don't have to have every single quote tattoo on you, but I do. Because I stare at these, I'm like, this keeps me going. But again, I always talk about see your future self. You guys, it's so true. Just keep on saying that to yourself every single day when you see your future self. If you truly block out that noise that's in your head and the excuses, you're going to go for it. And then, right, let them. So Mel Robbins, she's like my favorite person in the entire world. So when you're
Right?
talking about what do people feel, like when people are thinking about them, let them be jealous of you. Let them talk bad about you because they're not helping you. They're not a part of your family, right? So it's like when you get in that mindset of I'm doing this and no one's telling me anything else. And again, just be authentically you. Be beautiful, be you, be people that inspire other people. Be someone that when you walk in the room, they're like, wow, she just is positive. She's a light. I want to just like be friends with her. the people that I want to be around. That's what I look for. I always look for people that are better than me, like that inspire me more, that are smarter than me. And I just strive to just keep on being better and better and better because why not, right?
Oh, you're such an amazing light. And so when I was part of Allison's team, she actually sent me a little gift that says, "See your future self." It's in a little shadow box. I see that every day. I put it outside my bedroom. So as soon as I wake up in the morning and I walk into that light, because I'm usually up, I get up at 4:20 every morning. Russ is still sleeping. So I put it right front and center. And every morning I see it. I think of you. I picture my future self. And it's because of you and your journey led me to me and my journey. So
I love it.
I love you.
I love you.
So if you could give one piece of advice, I know you've given so many wonderful pieces of advice through this whole conversation, but like one piece of advice to a mom listening that feels so stuck in life where they are and just wants to find their purpose, wants to find their passion, needs the funds to fund their side passion, what advice would that be?
Okay, so a few things when you just talked about doing the fun. So there are some things that when you start, you have to pay for them. And some people literally, like not even paycheck to paycheck, like they don't even have money to put gas in their car, right? And so I've had some of those people. Listen, actually, I was one of those people. You guys don't know about this, but I was the person that filed for bankruptcy. I was the person that my mom helped me get my first box with Young Living essential oils because I couldn't afford it. So like I was that person. So a lot of people have done yard sales to make money for the first time, to make some money to start. But again, it's just your mindset. There's so many people also that are just scared of money. They're scared of it. Or, they grew up and they never had money, right? And so they are scared to believe because of the way they grew up that's just who they're supposed to be, right? Like they grew up poor and they're going to stay poor. And that's not how life has to be, right? Like you get to choose the trajectory of your life. And so when you have those dreams and those hopes, don't let your past, stop you from your future. And I think I know I've seen that so many times, right? And it's just this being scared of failure, right? But if you don't fail, like, listen, it's okay to fail. Fail over and over and over again, because at some point you're going to come out the other end. So you got to find something that's interesting to you. You know what I mean? If you're not interested in something, don't do it, right? Because it won't shine through. You got to find something that speaks to your heart. And if finances are an issue, well, guess what? Take $10 a week and save it, or do the yard sale, or have a friend help you and then pay them back. But like, you can always figure out finances. Like you truly, truly can. And then everything else, you just have to believe in yourself. And if you have people bringing you down, please, for the love of God, get them out of your life, because those are people that are always going to bring you down, right? You don't want to have friends that don't want to see you win, right? Everybody wants everybody to win. And if you have friends or family that don't want you to win, that is toxic, and go to therapy, my friend. Right away. Yeah. Seriously, though, you can't be surrounded by that stuff. We're too old for that. Or I'm
Yes.
too old for
I'm too old for that. I actually said it to my friend the other day. I am leaving drama in 2024. It has zero space in my 2025.
Yeah. No, bye-bye. Just save your drama for your mama. Not happening. Yep.
So this has been amazing. I'm really hoping that it's resonated with a lot of my listeners, because there's so much opportunity out there for all my moms.
I mean, there really is, guys. It's 2025. Like, if you are not trying to make money online, you are a silly willy. Like, just Google how to make money online and just see what speaks to your heart. But I'm telling you, like, again, just looking for affiliate things too. Like, if you love like a line of like sweatshirts, I bet you could write to them and be like, hey, can I be an affiliate for you? And maybe you can share the sweatshirt and you can make a little piece of it. Like there's so many different ways to make money online. But digital marketing has been amazing, so the digital marketing led me to the Make Wellness. And Make Wellness has my heart like 100%. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah.
I'm sure many of my listeners are going to want to try to find you. So how can they find you?
How can they find me? I don't really do TikTok anyway. So I am on Facebook. I'm under Alison Reynolds. I'm on Instagram. I just started Instagram, guys. I'm a newbie over there. I actually don't even know my name on Instagram, so I'm looking. But I'm at allison.makewellness, ALLISON.makewellness. But seriously, guys, I'm an open book. So if you have any questions after watching this about absolutely anything, just reach out and I'd be honored to help you any way I can.
Awesome. And I think you have a little freebie for the audience.
Yes. Do you send that to them? I don't know how this works.
She doesn't know how this works.
I have no idea how
So-
any of this works.
So I would really love to hear the feedback on this episode because I've been telling Allison she needs to start her own podcast because she's just such an amazing light that I know she shares herself on social, but I feel like the whole world needs to hear her voice. So would love to have you encourage her to do the same because I want to be part of her journey too. So it would just be so amazing if you did. So you're going to share your freebie. I will link it in the show notes along with all your links so that anyone listening can just scroll down and you can find Allison right away and grab her
Oh, I
freebie.
love it.
So
So my freebie, it's all about education, right? I want everybody to learn just like I did. So I set up this whole entire thing so you can literally get the science videos so you can be geeked out like I was, right? You can learn about every single peptide. Again, you never, ever, 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 ever have to start. But for me, it's all about educating, learning, and making your own decisions, So I set up this whole entire thing that just teaches you all about the peptides, has the science videos, has the free Facebook group that you can get into that you can see like the hundreds of testimonials. So you are going to realize why I'm screaming this through the rooftop. And then if you wanted to learn how to become an affiliate again for free, I have that in there also. So it's just a whole guide that just kind of gives an overview of, pretty much everything. It's what got me super excited. And so I just made it and improved it and am giving it out so you guys can learn also. So that's my freebie, my love passion potion to you.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. You are, like I said, such a light, and I'm so glad that I get to share you with my people. And I can't wait to do this again because we are doing this again soon.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed this 2-part series and that it really inspired you to look into what you could be doing to make some extra cash on the side. At first, I started a side hustle to see if it was something that I could get into full time, but the particular side hustle that I tried required a lot more than I was willing to put into it at the time to be a 6-figure earner. So I just dabbled in it, but that dabbling gave me an extra 12 grand a year, and it's allowed me to invest in mastermind courses that are helping me to build my dream business that will hopefully one day become my full-time gig. But if it wasn't for that first yes, I would have never realized that I love coaching and that I love working with moms, that I'm so passionate about helping people create a life they love. So that side hustle you say yes to could very well be the stepping stone to your purpose in life. Or at a minimum, that ticket to that amazing vacation you can never afford. So whatever it is for you, I encourage you to go for it. And like Allison said, she really is an open book. She is so approachable and just wants everyone she comes into contact with to succeed. So if you have any questions about any of the side hustles she talked about, please reach out to her. Again, her contact information is in the show notes. And also mention that you heard her on this podcast and encourage her to start her own podcast so that you can listen to her every week too. I really am so excited that she came on the show, and I'm so hopeful that this show was her stepping stone into the world of podcasting because I just think the world needs to hear her voice. I'd love to continue this conversation in our Facebook community, so if you haven't joined yet, come hang out with us in Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. The link to join is also in the show notes, and if you don't already follow the show, take a second and hit that follow button so you never miss another episode. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life. Or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.